Hi, this is Camille Scott with Xeno Enthusiasts, and today I want to talk to you about Speechpool. Speechpool is a fantastic resource for people that are learning how to interpret. Now, I'm in a little interpreting class with UC Extension at UC San Diego, and I thought because I'm bilingual, I'm going to be really good at this. Well, let me tell you, it is not as easy as one might think. And I'm learning this with Speechpool. So the teacher proposed that we listen to a speech on Speechpool, which is specifically made to help interpreters practice their skills. And then you use a program called Audacity to record yourself as you're doing the interpretation. And what I'm doing is simultaneous interpretation. There's actually two types. There's simultaneous and there's consecutive. And you would think consecutive would be easier, but it's actually not, because the amount of information that you have to remember, and then when you have the space to actually interpret that, you end up forgetting a bunch of the things that were said, or at least I do because I'm starting out. And then with the simultaneous, it has its own set of challenges, because what you're doing is you're speaking at the same time that you're listening, which, in most cases is fine as long as you understand what you're hearing. Now, if you're not very familiar with the subject at hand, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tricky, because what happens to me is I'll get tripped up on a word, and as I'm mentally trying to come up with the solution for that word, I end up missing information, and then I didn't hear what I'm supposed to translate. And the speaker doesn't stop. They just keep right on going. Well, anyway, Speechpool. So what's great about this site is that it's completely free, and it's community-based out of the UK, I believe. And there's speeches in all different kinds of levels. So for my weekly assignments, I was challenged to do 5 different Speechpool interpretations. And they have all different levels on there. So one of them was about cicadas. And what was great about this guy that gave the speech was that he spoke very slowly, so it gave you a lot of time to think about things. But there was specialized terminology in there. Like, for instance, I wasn't sure what the word was for molting in Spanish. So I had to say that they drop their skin, or they let go of their skin, which is an okay solution. But then I went ahead and looked that up later so that I could learn what the word was. Then I did this other one that was on, is manned space flight worthwhile? And that was so technical that I didn't even know what some of those words were in English. Once I did that one, the 2 that I did after ended up being a lot easier, because I don't know if it was the challenge of doing that really difficult one made these easier ones seem even easier, or if it was because I had done it for a little while, so I was getting the hang of it. One was about Real Madrid, the history of the football club Real Madrid. So that was a really fun one. Another one was about becoming a piano teacher. But anyway, what I'm learning is that being bilingual is not enough to be an interpreter. It takes a lot of skill that you have to acquire through time, and you really have to be literate in that second language in order to be able to retrieve the words that you need right on the spot. So anyway, that's my thought for today. This has been Xeno Enthusiast. I look forward to talking to you more about topics that include foreign languages, cross-cultural communication, and curiosities. And I want to know what's on your mind. Do you have any suggestions for me for topics coming up in the future? If you do, be sure to leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.